See, I still wear trainers and stuff. I never knew that was frowned upon, wearing sports gear, unless you're off to participate in a sporting activity. I still wear shorts, trainers, any excuse. I've got a neighbour, he always looks at me. He's always looking me up and down. He's always going, off to the gym, Kevin? Off to the gym? I said, mate, why do you always ask me if I'm off to the gym? Well, just when I seen your trainers there in your sports top. Off to the gym? No, I'm off to the garage to buy a Whisper, mate. It's no... It's not a fucking black tie event, mate. Off to the gym. I try and blend in. I'm quite a friendly guy. I've got a dog, for example, right? That's how you get to know your new neighbours, right? You become part of your local dogging community. I got a dog, right? That's your buddy. I got a dog. And you get in the park, dogs there, other dogs come over, start to play with your dog. You pat the other dog and you get talking to the owner. Quite a sociable experience, right? I'm in the park, my dog's there, another dog came over, began to play with my dog, began sniffing my dog's arse and sniffing away, having a fucking great time. I'm patting the other dog, and I said, and who's this? That's dog walker talk for what is your dog's name? That's how you strike up a bit of chat. I said, and who's this? And the guy goes, well, this is Diego. And I thought, oh, naming the dog after Diego Maradona, mate. That will explain the sniffing then, right? I thought that was the ideal thing to say. Fucking hilarious. I've got a voice in my head going, superb, Kev. An exemplary piece of patter. This'll be your bit in no time, Kev. I'm asking his dog for the paw of God, thinking this guy is going to spread the word. Oh yeah, I met Kevin Bridges in the park. The guy's funny as fuck, even off duty. The man's a scream. But the guy said no. He said, no, he's not named after Diego Maradona. We named him after Diego Rivera, the post-impressionist 19th century Mexican protest painter. This was a game changer. I had fucking nothing for the guy. Wow, I looked him right in the eye. I cannot believe you've just done that to me, mate. I don't know what to say. I've never felt so homesick. A voice in my head going, this is not your bit, Kev. Go home. You don't belong here. You're a fucking fraud. The sniffing patter, that might cut it down your bit. This is the upper echelons of society. Think you're going to get away with that up here? Even his dog is looking at your dog as if my dad just fucking clamped your dad. And he just carried on with his day, and I'm left on my phone having to Google this arsehole. Under pressure, another fucking thing that I do not know has just been exposed. I'm on Wikipedia reading about this guy. Diego Rivera was a Mexican painter known for his large wall works in the style of fresco. I don't know what that means. Let's go back to the start, Kevin. Let's concentrate. Learning is fun. Come on, this is the kind of shit you need to know to hold conversations up in this park. Diego Rivera was a Mexican. You know what a Mexican is? Tequila, sombreros. Remember that big fajita? Remember that big blunt you rolled? The Mexicans would love you, Kev. Mexican painter. You know what a painter is? Your Uncle Kenny's a painter. Remember Uncle Kenny? Used to always sneak you and your cousins a can at Christmas. Remember? Uncle Kenny, how come Auntie Denise lives in New Zealand? Drink your fucking can, son. Remember Uncle Kenny? Known for his large wall works in the style of fresco. I don't know what fresco means. But fresco is highlighted in blue, meaning it's got its own Wikipedia page. Why not make an afternoon out of it? I click on that link. I've not even made it through the opening sentence of Diego Rivera's Wikipedia page, and I'm on another Wikipedia page reading about fresco. Fresco is a technique of mural painting executed upon wet or freshly laid lime plaster. I don't know what lime plaster is, but that is also highlighted in blue. Click on that link, Kevin. Is there anything that you do fucking know, Kev? Lime plaster. Lime plaster is a type of plaster composed of hydrated lime, water and sand. Lime plaster is different from why you're reading this, Kevin. You're supposed to be reading about Diego Rivera. Remember why we came here? Now you've went to fresco, now you're onto lime plaster. You've got fucking ADD. I'm Googling. Have I got attention deficit disorder? I'm taking the University of Maryland 6 short questions to determine if I have attention deficit disorder. I'm about to diagnose myself with a mental health condition because of this fucking phone. That's Tadger and his wee shitey dog. Even my dog is looking at me as if, get over it, Kev, hurry up and throw that tennis ball. Give me a minute, Annie. I'm no well, I'm mentally ill. Please be patient. I need your support just now, dog. Taking the test, the University of Maryland, 6 short questions to determine if I have attention deficit disorder. Do you sometimes struggle with the finer parts of a project once the challenging parts have been finalised? All of the time? Most of the time? Some 10 celebrities you didn't know were gay. Don't get near it, Kevin. Don't click on it. Don't fucking click on it. Don't get near it. 14 reasons you are always tired. Oh, I'm always tired. I think I might have that chronic fatigue syndrome. Fucking finish the ADD test. How the fuck can I finish the ADD test if I've got ADD? I went back. I read about Rivera. I got tooled up on this guy, educated myself. Diego Rivera was born in 1886. Rivera began painting at the age of 3 years old, a year after the death of his twin brother. Rivera would paint on his bedroom walls. His parents, rather than chastise him, installed chalkboards and canvas on his bedroom walls to encourage his gift. At the age of just 10 years old, Rivera was accepted into the San Carlos Academy of Fine Art in Mexico City, where he studied until 1907, before moving to Europe, where he became friends with Pablo Picasso. I've got fucking shit all the time. Big summer of sport we did have. We had the Olympics. Don't know if we enjoyed that, the Olympics. Yeah. Somebody booing the Olympics. I fucking hated it. I hate PE. Fucking booing. I enjoyed it. Usain Bolt, that's a great name. And it sounds, you can make his name sound quite confrontational. Usain Bolt. That's his middle name, a tut. Usain Bolt. The Olympics, I enjoyed the Olympics and the Paralympics. I enjoyed the whole thing. I thought it was pretty good. See, the prefix para, it means parallel. That's why they call it the Paralympics. Parallel. It runs parallel with the actual Olympics. See, para to me and people my age, I've always associated that with paranoia. Right? If you describe somebody as being a bit para, it means they've just had too many good weekends. And their brain has just said, fuck this, I'm out of here. You can do the rest yourself. I'm just going to... No, guys you see in house parties about 8 in the morning, long after the party's finished, just sitting on the couch, wearing somebody's mum's dress. Both their eyebrows missing. That's somebody you would say, he looks a bit para. So I laughed this year. I seen Paralympics. So how fucking good would that be? An athletics event for acid casualties. I'd go to that. Just a thought I had. The Paralympics. See some guy shattering the 100-metre record because he thought the police were chasing him. Commentator, and what made this even more special was he completed the entire race with his head over his left shoulder. Whilst frantically emptying his pockets onto the track. He could have a false start at the Paralympics. The fucking voice in my head said go. The diving, some guy up the top at a diving board, just refusing to jump. No chance, that's the fucking shallow end. How about you, big guy? Do you play any sports? Guy with the biceps there? Yeah. Olympics get you inspired now? Get involved? Yeah. He plays sports. What do you play? Anything you want to play, right? I'm not seeing if you're coming out. I'm just asking. I'm not at your fucking door with a ball under my arm. It's not the summer holidays. We're no 10. I'm just asking, do you play? I'm kind of busy now for a game of Kirby. I'm just asking. Anything you want to play, that's pushing then. We'll just play the computer. What's that in? Do you play computer games? No, you don't play. I gave up on them. I played COD. That's what my wee cousin said. Oh, you need to get COD. Call of Duty. I'll explain that to anybody over 40. It's the biggest selling computer game of all time. It's Call of Duty. The kids call it COD. I'll just explain that in case you ever get invited over for a game of COD and you show up with the wrong fucking stuff. Walk into your nephew's living room, start fucking slapping people. Right, you never thought Uncle Eddie could play COD, boys, eh? I was Old West of Scotland semi-finalist in the 80s at COD. Fucking love it. Still got it. After I still play smoked haddock. Same rules, different fish. That is fucking minging Uncle Eddie. Sorry about him, boys, he's a fucking fanny. I was always the PlayStation generation growing up. I was always terrified. You play COD these days, it's too real. It's a war game. You control this guy in a war zone. It's high definition graphics. There's a storyline. See, I'm used to the old days. You played a computer game and your guy would die. So you would just go back to the start and then try again. And it was fun. These games, Call of Duty, your guy dies. You're fucking stunned. Like, wow, I better go and buy a poppy. Start to feel guilt. I better go and lay a wreath for this guy. Picture myself standing there. People saying, oh, who did you know? Oh, I knew a guy called Player One. The window cleaner came to my door for his money and I forgot to press pause. So you don't play much sport then, big guy? What's your name? Chris. Your name's Chris. Good man, Chris. I was always petrified of playing sport. When I was young, schools, I blame the managers. That's the problem with youth development and football in this country. Go to your local playing fields on a Saturday morning and watch these guys who manage under 10s. Go if you've got a relative involved, otherwise it can look a bit dubious if you just sort of show up every week. I watch these guys. The guys they've got their initials stitched onto their tracksuit on the touchline. They've got an earpiece in so they can communicate to their assistant manager. He's sitting up in a fucking tree. I've got a pair of Adidas Sambas on, football socks pulled up, pair of nice tight shorts, nice 80s style. They're just screaming abuse. That's what put me on. Terrifying. These guys just going, Jamie, come inside. Just screaming, demoralising abuse at 9-year-olds. Come inside, son. Jamie, none of that fancy stuff. Ah, fuck you, Jamie. That's why your mum's an alky, you wee prick. I know, George, but it's every fucking Saturday.